For Wheeling University Athletics, I'm Zach Ziegler. It's time for another edition of the Mike Geibel Show. Currently joined by Wheeling University head rugby coach Mike Geibel. And Mike, you're coming off your fourth tournament championship here the seventh season of the Wolfhound Sevens. Talk about that tournament overall and what you guys saw.
It was a little bit of an interesting format. There were some teams that dropped out late, so we played just kind of a round robin and then went by points, table points, tournament points to determine the winner. We knew that it was going to be tight, so we were going to have to come out and win all the matches to have a chance at the championship. And, the weather didn't really cooperate. There was 40, 50-mile-an-hour winds, and it rained pretty heavily the 2 days before, so the field was a little swampy. But, the guys really adapted to it well and came out and got done what we needed to do.
And you got to see some teams that you haven't really seen yet in this seventh season, Iowa Central, IUP. What was it like kind of seeing those different opponents?
It's always good. Heading into nationals, we want to see as many opponents as we can and kind of get an idea for what we might face at the CRCs. Those guys that are in our conference, those teams that are in our conference, we're going to see them again in a couple next week. But, it's good to get experience against them because you never know how the bracket's going to work out. We might run into them at nationals.
And one guy who came back in a big way, Joe I, at his first sevens tournament of the year, scores 3 tries. Talk about his presence and how that helped your team.
It's great. He's a really good player, and he's kind of been battling some nagging injuries this spring, and we finally got him back and got him cleared and worked him up to working, playing in this tournament, and he's a huge presence for us. He's got great experience, he's got great leadership on the field. He really kind of commands the attack, and really communicates well on defense, which is something that we benefit from greatly.
And then in the kicking game, big game from Akraf Balzenfout. He came out and had a great day. Talk about him and how he's kind of adapted to that kicking role.
Yeah, it was just kind of a thing where we have a few kickers on the team who have always been pretty good. With Ayub leaving for the semester and going home, to rehab his shoulder, we had a gap that we wanted to fill. And just one day at practice, Ashraf was kicking and was nailing his kicks. And so, we give him an opportunity in the tournament, and he's been performing really well. Some of the kicks that he made at this past weekend were, from all the way out on the touchline, really far kicks, really wide angle. So he's really stepped up for us and added those few extra points.
Currently joined by Wheeling University head rugby coach Mike Geibel. And Mike, your fourth sevens tournament championship of the spring. How does that help you guys winning so many tournaments and having so much success here in the early going?
I think it really gives us some momentum and really plays into the confidence that the guys have going into nationals. We've had some injuries here and there. We have some guys like Chief and Juma who are back in Zimbabwe playing for the national team. So, for us to be able to slot guys in and still stay at the same level and keep winning, it really gives us confidence for our depth all the way through the team that no matter who we have on the field, we're going to be successful.
And I did want to talk about that. Chief Chip Fubu and Aaron Juma going to play for the Zimbabwe national team. Talk about that opportunity for the guys and kind of what that's like for them.
It's huge. Personally, it's just for them. I know it's a huge honor to play for their country, but then also it opens up opportunities for them to, if they perform well, to get signed by professional clubs back home, and things over the summer that they get to continue to compete and play at a high level, and it just really opens up doors for their future.
And finally, guys, as you said, getting ready for the BRRC tournament next week. Talk about the preparation for that and kind of how you're going to end this regular season.
Yeah, so we're really just trying to keep momentum going into nationals. We got some last-minute kind of combinations and personnel things that we're going to try to work out at Adrian, and try to keep everybody as healthy as possible. We got some guys who are kind of, hurt a little bit, beat up a little bit from the last couple tournaments, so we're going to probably give them a rest and, give some other guys some opportunities to work into the structure.
Thanks, Mike. Good luck in the next upcoming weeks, and congratulations on another tournament win.
Thank you.
For Wheeling University Athletics, I'm Zach Ziegler.